Finally got some peas coming up on my pea plants. So they are looking really good. Tell you what, I was really worried about these pea plants because it took them forever to sprout. So I actually didn't think we'd have any pea plants, but they're doing pretty good. So I'm impressed. In the week and a half that we were moving, the plants didn't get watered like they should have. So I was really afraid that we had lost all of our plants, but they look good. They're doing better. They're doing better. Got some squash blossoms. I just planted some more. These are black-eyed peas. So I've got this one, and there's another container over here. Y'all forgive my yard. I got to mow today. We've had a lot of rain in the last couple of days. So got one squash coming up. So I need to prune back some of these dead leaves. One squash coming up here. Got a couple of blossoms on this one. The corn could look better. The corn I'm kind of worried about, but we'll see how it does. The tomato plants really struggled. You can tell by some of the dead. I had both of these really big tomato plants in one of the 10-gallon containers. And so I ended up separating them. And they seem like they're getting better. I mean, this one's I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 here. 1 here. 1 further back here. And 2 more. I don't know, can you see those? 2 more further below. So, you know, I mean, and 2 here. I'll tell you what, I bought this I bought the plant. I didn't start this from seed. I bought this as a plant from Walmart. It's the Big Boy tomatoes. And for as much as these tomato plants have been through, the fact that they're still kicking, I'm proud of. This is the other one. The plant itself actually looks better than the other one. It has kind of a smaller yield. So there's 2, 3. Here's another one back here, 4. And I think that's it on this plant. Yeah, just 4 on that plant. So the plant itself looks better, but it has a smaller yield. So yeah, I don't know. I'm actually fixing to pick some strawberries. Got some strawberries on my vines. So this one is ready to be picked. That one needs to set one more day. And then that one is ready to be picked. These look good. So just a couple, not very many. But the plants are vining really well. I mean, all of this is strawberry vine. So they vined out really well, and so I've got 2 that I'll pick now and 1 that I'll pick tomorrow. So that's our garden. We're getting there. We're getting there. The yard needs to be mowed. I'm fixing to do that. Fixing to hop on the mower. Ordinarily, I would ask my son to mow, but it's still a little wet back here, so I'd rather do it myself. That and I like to mow. So this is us. You can see the lake. I love our view from the back of our house. I look right out my kitchen at this. So like I said, needs to be mowed, and I'll get to that here in just a little bit. So yeah, pretty proud of my plants, even though I haven't done as good a job taking care of them as I should have. So hopefully it'll just get better and better. So we have had some fun today. I went to mow the lawn, didn't see the water hose, got the water hose wrapped up around the lawnmower, and that took forever to get untangled. not fun. Finally got it undone and stopped to eat some lunch. It's the weather app says it's 89, feels like 94. I don't know, but it's hot. I've got some frozen bottles for the rabbits and restocking their water because it's hot. So this is my neighbor. They're really nice. They've got some goats and some chickens. I'm so glad to finally have the rabbits in shade. Oh man. Hey Tony. I had a 1 liter out here earlier with them, frozen bottle, and those have already melted. So I'm replacing those with some littler bottles. So that's his rest pad. And I'm loving this catchment system under the cages. So I just drag that around back and scoop it on the garden as I feel like the garden needs it, which is nice. So, but we try to keep them something frozen and a steady supply of water because it's hot, because we live in Mississippi and Mississippi is insane sometimes. There we go. All right, Tony. So he's got plenty of hay. I've switched to feeding them at night instead of in the mornings because I noticed that when I was feeding them in the mornings and it was really hot, they didn't really touch it. So now we're just feeding them in the evenings and they eat their food. And sometimes they eat their hay, sometimes they don't. Pepper's got a little bit of hay left down here, but all of her food is left. So she ate most of her hay last night. Got the fan on them. There's a nice breeze right here where they are, and that helps too. You can see the curtain blowing in the back. I have the curtain just for excessive sun or when it rains really hard. So, hey Pepper. She's got her little rest pad. I think she's almost big enough to where I can clip her nails. I may give her, let's see, can you see how long her nails are? Hey Pepper, hey baby. She doesn't quite need a nail trim yet, but she will. So yeah, bunnies are doing good. We're doing everything we can to keep them cool. So she's getting big. She is, gosh, 10 weeks, maybe 12. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look at the calendar. She was born Easter. She's one of my Easter bunnies. So not old enough to breed yet. She'll be old enough to breed end of September. So hopefully by October we'll have some babies with Pepper and Tony over here. So my son still has to get the push mower. We can't get the riding mower back behind the blueberries, so he's got to get the push mower and do that. But yeah, we got it all took care of. We have to move all of the potted plants out, and then I mow, and then we move them all back. So a little different setup than if they were actually in the ground, where we'd just mow around that plot, but it's okay. It's working for us for now. Next year we will definitely put them in the ground next year. So we love it out here. This neighbor over here, they have a lot of snow geese. I don't even know how many they have now, probably 30 maybe snow geese. You probably can't see them in the video. They're all sitting up underneath that. They're all sitting under that tree right there. But it's so cool to see them out and about. And then this neighbor right here has chickens, and neighbor across the road has cows. So there they go. there they go. So we're really blessed. We have some really awesome neighbors. I love out here where we are because we're removed from the city. We're out away from large population, and our neighbors are really awesome. I had to bury my grandparents' dog month before last. And so one of my neighbors came and helped me. I'd never put a dog down before, but he came and helped me, and we got her put down and buried her. So it's just nice to have good neighbors and good people. Everyone on this street in this neighborhood goes to the same church. We don't go to church there. We go to church in the next town over. Just because that's where I teach, that's where my son goes to school, that's where our sense of community really is in the next town over. And it's a larger population, so we like being out here. This is one of the places that you go, and when you're home, you're home. You don't just, oh, let me run to Taco Bell. You know, you're 15 minutes from Taco Bell, you're 15 minutes from Walmart or anywhere else. So, you know, it's, once you're here, and that's nice because it's nice and peaceful. Yeah, my grandparents have been here for 15 years. It's a good retirement community for them. Before coronavirus, they would get out and do afternoon pie, coffee and pie with their retirement neighbors. And so they go to each person's house, and they go, you know, Mondays maybe at Nana and Papa's house, and Tuesday maybe at Miss Ethel's house, and Wednesday at so-and-so, you know. And so they just would rotate whose house they would go to for coffee and pie. It's very, very much a Mayberry out here. There's a tiny little gas station. All we have in town is a gas station, a post office, and a Dollar General. But the gas station is where all the little old men go, and they get breakfast, and they sit around and talk. And so the gas station has fondly been referred to as the hot air cafe for as long as I can remember, since we've been out here. My parents bought this property back in 2004, 2005. So we've been out here almost 15 years, almost 16. So, because I was pregnant with Levi and he's 14 now. So, time flies. But we love it out here. It's really nice and super peaceful, super calm. So, I'm going to go inside because it's hot and our caseworker is coming tomorrow. So, I got to do some laundry. House is ready. You know, just little odd and end stuff. So anyways, getting ready for our caseworker to come tomorrow, and that's it. So I hope everyone is staying safe and staying cool in this hot summer.